So the new Titanic documentary Titanic: The Digital Resurrection has a new simulation of what would happen if Titanic had hit the iceberg head on. Which made me think back to a video from
A friend, Mike Brady from Ocean Liner Designs,
where he goes into this as well. In the new documentary they do a simulation which puts this to a test. For starters, I'm not sure where they got their dimensions for the iceberg, as they tend to use this large square iceberg which is inaccurate to the real thing. But they come to a conclusion that the ship would have crumpled back to just in front of the bridge, meaning only 4 compartments would have been breached by the head-on collision, coming to a conclusion that the ship wouldn't have sank. But in Mike Brady's video he has the bow crumpled back to just in front of the forward mast, but he also has 2 compartments flooded due to the damage that would have occurred to the bow. Which makes sense to me, as the hull and decks would now be compromised and bent in these forward 2 compartments after the collision area and would have flooded and pulled the bow down a bit, flooding them more, until the buoyancy evens out. So keeping both theories and simulations in mind, if the Titanic had hit head-on and the ship crumpled back to just forward of the bridge like the new documentary says, we can then take Mike Brady's theory about the next 2 compartments being compromised and add 2 more flooded compartments to the ship. We then go from 4 compartments compromised to 6 compartments, which means either way, the ship would have sank, and if anything I believe a head-on would have been worst. Not only would all the crew in the forward section have been crushed, but everyone else would have been thrown from their beds due to the sudden stop, possibly suffering broken arms or legs. Then the confusion of what happened on top of the ship sinking much quicker.